everybody I hit, if I missed them almost, they would be knocked out. So I thought I was the toughest thing ever invented. I was gonna be the best heavyweight that ever existed. One punch of mine was equal to 20 of any other heavyweight champ, I thought.
Even before it started, it was a fight that made history.
So getting up to Zaire, getting ready to fight Muhammad Ali, I thought this will be a matter of just a little exercise. I'll probably knock him out in 3 rounds, 2, 3, maybe 3.5 rounds. That was the most confidence I've had in my whole life.
2 boxing titans coming face to face to battle it out in the most unlikely of places, Central Africa in 1974, for a clash that would become known as the Rumble in the Jungle.
I felt like he threw maybe 150. Still feel those punches. I had just underestimated one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Despite his unyielding confidence, a young George Foreman lost in the 8th round, conceding his heavyweight title to Muhammad Ali. After a decade out of the ring and a string of wins after his comeback in 1987, it was Evander Holyfield who blocked a determined Foreman from clinching the world title in a grueling 12-round fight in 1991. But just 3 years later, at the age of 45, Foreman proved how formidable he could still be, taking the championship title from Michael Moore, a boxer 19 years his junior. After their prime, when other athletes fade from the limelight, Foreman stayed firmly in it, even outside the ring, becoming an author, a Baptist minister,
the new George Foreman Jumbo family-size grilling
and
machine,
designing a grill that reportedly earned him hundreds of millions of dollars. This week on Talk Asia, we're ringside in Macau with George Foreman for the professional boxing debut of Chinese Olympic gold medalist Zhu Shiming, and find out from the champ what it takes to win it all. Mr. Foreman, welcome to Talk Asia. Thank you for your time. What brings you to Macau?
It's all about HBO boxing again, and talent. Trying to find talent all over the world and relay the message back to the USA.
What are you seeing about the interest of boxing in this part of the world?
This is most amazing because you don't suspect that there are just as many fans here, especially in China, than they are in the whole world.
Really?
And you get a chance to get out and explain and show different talent here. It's time for people to pull for their own, if you know what I mean. And their own is here.
There's this young fighter by the name of Zhu Shiming. We see him in the posters all over here now. He's making his professional debut at this event here in Macau. What does an event like this mean for a boxer?
Yeah, especially for Shiming, this is important that he has his own hometown pulling for him, and then the world will get excited, just like the Beatles. In London, everybody loved them. America said, me too. And that's what we're going to do right here, showcase this talent so that the whole world can see him. It's exciting. You're going to get nervous, and you're going to get hit, but that's what you want.
What was it like when you had your professional debut?
Oh, a scary moment. Madison Square Garden, and it was the first time I'd been before a professional crowd of this nature, and I'm still nervous. I haven't overcome yet.
Interestingly enough, it didn't take you very long to win a major title, your World Heavyweight Champion title. That was just 3 years after your professional debut. Tell me about that fight against Joe Frazier.
Well, it's a frightening thing to get in the ring because, you know, you want to be a boxer and you want to be heavyweight champ of the world, but you hope people like Joe Frazier are off the scene because he was the real thing this time. You hit him, you just couldn't hurt him. And it was frightening, but I was able to knock him down 6 times. He got up 6 times and win the championship of the world. Boy, life changed for me.
How?
All of a sudden, one day you're this boxer that everybody like, or you're this guy that people pass on the highway and wave at. The next day, you're this guy that everybody want to touch, be in touch with you. Then you think that this is the answer to all things. Life changed.
Tell me about that moment when you realized that things had changed.
Yeah, you know, I knocked Frazier down, and when they stopped the boxing match, suddenly I was flooded with thoughts like Jack Johnson, Joe Louis, Jack Dempsey. All these names flooded. You're part of history. You walk down the street, you have all of a sudden wealth. You can buy anything that comes to mind. There's nothing like it. No one can prepare you for it because who's had it? It was one of those things you have to get and understand as you're getting it.
What was the road like leading up to that point, the kind of training that you had to go through in order to be prepared and ready for that fight in the ring, not just physical but mental?
Yeah, well, it was all about a physical preparation. I was in good shape, wood chopping, road work, climbing hears, all of the punishment. Old school. All the punishment that was going to be dealt to me, I was going to deal it myself. So when I got in the ring, nothing would be a surprise. And mentally, you say to yourself, you got to think of yourself as champion. You just can't think, I'm still the little rookie, so to speak. And that preparation paid off.
In terms of the kind of confidence that you felt after that, winning that title, a couple of years later, you're in Zaire for a big match against a gentleman by the name of Muhammad Ali. Tell me about the lead up to that fight.
Well, all suddenly, everybody I hit, if I missed them almost, they would be knocked out. So I thought I was the toughest thing ever invented. I was going to be the best heavyweight that ever existed. One punch of mine was equal to 20 of any other heavyweight champ, I thought. So getting up to Zaire, getting ready to fight Muhammad Ali, I thought this will be a matter of just a little exercise. I'll probably knock him out in 3 rounds, 2, 3, maybe 3.5 rounds. That was the most confidence I've had in my whole life.
In that documentary, Rumble in the Jungle, he's talked about you. He said he's scared. There's fear in him. Did you feel a sense of fear?
You know, in boxing, I had a lot of fear. Fear was good, but for the first time in the bout with Muhammad Ali, I didn't have any fear. I thought, this is easy. This is what I've been waiting for. No fear at all, no nervousness. And I lost.
Interesting, though, there were 2 very distinct personalities in that match in Zaire. There's the man who talked a lot, talked a big game. And then there was you, very quiet, yet resilient, and everyone had their bet on you. Everyone placed their bets on you. They thought you were the one who was going to get this one.